I always liked taking things that were kind of throwaway little bits in one story and turning them into the major driving force of another story.
You okay, pal? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Season 1, we find out that Augie Smith has this thing called the quantum unfolding chamber.
This one has full-body force field, and this has sonic blast capabilities.
In Season 2, we learn that it is a giant shared space that has 99 doors that lead to 99 different realities.
Chris Smith finds a self that is living a different existence. And his father is alive, his brother is alive. It's extremely surreal.
Hey here, old man, before you get hurt.
When we come into Season 2, Peacemaker is being rejected by everyone.
How many more of these do we have today? This guy sucks.
His life isn't where he wants it to be.
Our characters are mostly all in terrible position, you know, except for Vigilante, who's happy even when he's in a terrible position.
We find Adebayo jobless at the beginning of Season 2.
You're living in the worst level of Grand Theft Auto.
Harcourt, she doesn't really know who she is without her job. It's not just what she does, it's also sort of her identity.
I don't think what they're doing is right.
John Economist was one of the only people left out of the 11th Street Kid still working at Argus, and I am stuck with the job of surveilling Peacemaker, kind of against my better judgment. Economist.
Economist's Flag. Oh, who is Rick Flag Sr.? He's a lifetime special operations guy whose son has been killed by Peacemaker. He's gone from being boots on the ground military to now being in control of everything.
When I took over DC, I knew I needed a Rick Flag Sr. character, a gruff, older guy. And like many of the characters in the DCU, he isn't all good or all bad.
His driving force has a lot to do with losing his son. My personal through line in getting this job is revenge. Let's move this case to Argus Priority 1.
Priority 1.
Last thing we need is another dimensional rift tearing up this planet.
Well, the three amigos are together again. I believe that calls for a celebration. I was actually walking in Nichols Canyon up there on the Hollywood Hills, and I ran into Steve Agee. And he said to me, "Hey, you excited about coming back?" And I said, "I'm coming back." And he said, "Well, James did something really brilliant."
There's something emotionally potent about Chris Smith's relationship with Augie 2. There's a really great moment that was not in the script. Augie passes Chris on the way to bed, and as he passes him, he grabs his earlobe and says, "Love you, buddy." And it's that tender moment that he had never known from his father in his entire life. Maybe never known from anybody. And it's such a simple little loving thing. And that was something that Robert brought to it. And John and I talked a lot, actually, about, you know, how our lives are sort of intertwined with all of this, how we're more vulnerable as people. And this is a much more vulnerable Peacemaker. He is not the same guy as last season.
There.
Harcourt has a hard time experiencing love, companionship. She goes to the bars and gets in fights so that she can feel something.
You got a problem, Jack Sparrow?
There's a lot of combat in this season. It is definitely a fighty show. I think of fight sequences as analogous to dialogue. Harcourt this season, a lot of what she's doing is expressing her inner turmoil through violent and kinetic interactions with people in bars and that kind of thing.
There's always a little trepidation when you're going in. Did we prepare Jen enough? Are our stunt guys ready for this? And when they called action and we saw Jen go off, we were all just like, oh my God. Every little piece has a meaning behind it that moves our story forward. One of our opening sequences is where Peacemaker meets his alternate universe self. When we read that in the first script, we were like, oh man, we've got to fly these guys. He's got a jetpack, and there's towers everywhere. That one was pretty complex.
A lot of it was wire stuff and a lot of big impacts to keep you down so you can emote.
First time that he took a punch from his alternate self, I watched it on the monitor and I was like, oh my God, we just hit him. Because it looked so real. If he fooled me, I'm excited for the audience at home to be able to watch that.
Now, Christopher Smith has killed his brother when he was young, his father when he was older, and now himself from another planet. Death is really following him around.
It's going to be an interesting ride from here on out.